Good evening, everybody. Kazzy Teal here. I want to welcome you to your Activate Your Life series. We are super, super excited about this series of calls where we're going to be sharing the story of activation. And what I'm so excited about is we've got so many different people with so many different backgrounds coming here, sharing their stories, talking about what activation means to not only to them personally, but what activation has meant to their life. And so I'm really, really excited tonight because I'm not going to be doing very much talking. I get to bring one of my very favorite people on screen here in just a bit. And I'm going to interview her and talk about her activation story and what this has meant for her life. And what's really cool about her activation story is she is a medical professional. And I love talking to medical professionals about what we're doing at LifeVantage because there's so many. When you think of the world of medical professionals, these are really sharp people that are very educated, and so few medical professionals are willing to put their reputation on the line to do anything outside their scope. And I'm super excited because we get to talk to a registered nurse tonight and talk about what activation has meant for her and what it's meant for her family. But to kick things off tonight, again, I just want to welcome everybody. My name is Kazzy Teal. I am a pioneer in activation. I love this company. I love LifeVantage. And I have so many of you watching this right now, whether you're watching this live with us or you're watching this on a recorded playback. So many of you know a little bit about who we are and what we're doing. But some of you are maybe just checking us out for the very first time. When I saw LifeVantage for the very first time, I knew that if this whole story of activation was even half real, it was going to change the world because it was something completely different in the world of wellness. And when I saw LifeVantage, I was in a very unique place in life. My dad was dealing with some very significant health challenges, and so a piece of me was obsessed with trying to figure out how can we help my dad get better. The traditional medical route he was taking just wasn't working for him in his situation. And so I was absolutely obsessed with looking for a way to help his body heal. Then when you look at my family, I'm a wife, I'm a mom to three incredible kids, and I was working a very crazy busy career in the corporate world, and I'd recently been laid off from my job. Now, I had gotten a different position in that same company, but I was very skeptical about what was going to happen next in that career. So my eyes were wide open for opportunity. Now, here's the crazy thing. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know how I was going to change, but I knew that I wanted to do something different. And all I knew is that whatever I did next, I wanted flexibility to be a present mom. You see this beautiful family on the screen. Those kids were just little tiny kids 15 years ago when I was introduced to this opportunity. So I call it like the front row seat mom, where you are having a front row seat to raising your kids. So I wanted to be present for my kids. I wanted to be able to help people, and I wanted to be able to control my own financial future. I was tired of being put in a box, tired of having a pay scale, tired of a job description. Like, I'm no stranger to hard work. I'm a farm kid. I've been working since the second I could walk. And I just wanted to have a little bit more control over when I worked, who I worked with, and how much money I made. And so when LifeVantage was brought into my life, I knew that if this was even half real, this was going to be an absolute game changer in our world. And I'm so grateful because somebody thought enough of me to pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Kazzy, check this out." I've been able to experience some of the greatest things I've ever experienced in my life, all because I was introduced to this world, and I was introduced to the people, and I was introduced to the ability to collaborate with leaders across the globe. And because of that, my life is different. The course of history changed for me that day. And I'm so excited you're here because we're going to tell you our story as to what this has done for us as just a group of very excited, very powerful women. And tonight, I am so pumped that I get to introduce you to one of my very favorite people. Now, like I said earlier, this call tonight is going to be from a medical professional, somebody in the medical world that is super duper smart. She's super duper educated. This is Bridget Nore. She is not only one of my very best friends, one of my very favorite people on this earth, but she is a registered nurse. She is a wellness advocate. She is a wife. She's a mother to three gorgeous girls. And this woman is a sharp cookie. When I met Bridget, she was working full time as a nurse. She was a full time mom. She was a full time wife, helping her husband run two businesses. So this woman, if you were to Google full like crazy busy mom, crazy busy wife, crazy busy nurse, and super, super smart, Bridget's face is what is going to pop up. And so, what I love most about Bridget is the fact that she is a very heart-centered leader. In fact, oftentimes I compare her to Mother Teresa all the time because she is a giver, she is a nurturer, she loves to help people. And when the day the light bulb clicked for her, I remember exactly where we were at when it was like there was a light bulb moment where like the light clicked and she realized that this is something that she could incorporate into her life and still be a mom and still be a wife and still help her husband run their companies and still be a nurse, still be that nurturer, but just care for people on a different level. I knew she was going to do really, really big things. So, Bridget, girlfriend, I'm gonna invite you to unmute your line right now, and I'm so excited to interview you tonight. So excited to talk to you because I want to first of all hear. I could talk about you for days, but what I want you to do right now is I just want you to introduce this incredible audience to who is Bridget Nore like? Who are you? What, makes you tick and why Life Vantage for you at this point in your life?
Awesome. Well, thank you, Kazi. You have the crazy part right. I'm going to tell you that right now. You've said that enough, and that is right. That's the truth right there. But I got to throw it back to you, Kazi, because Kazi was that busy mom too. When we got into this business, and I didn't know Kazi, and so when I got to meet her, she was busy. She was energetic. She taught me a lot about my own health. As a nurse, I don't take care of myself like I should. And she taught me that I need to take care of myself. And she has gotten me onto a path of better health for myself, and which I preach now to others too, which thank you for that. And but she's just inspires me every day. If I ever feeling down, she's the gal that will pick me up, and she believes in me. Like, if you don't have somebody in your life that believes in you, you need to find that person, because Kazi is that person for me. And I am ever so grateful for you and your husband for picking up the phone and calling us, because without that call, I wouldn't be here today, and we wouldn't be so close, and I wouldn't have as many friends as I do, because Life Vantage has brought me a community of people that are like-minded, and I just love them so much. So a little bit about my story. So I've been a nurse for over 30 years. I knew when I was 16 years old, I was a caring person. Actually my mother-in-law today tells me that, and she knew that, and she saw that in me. So I became a CNA, and ever since then, it's just been on the path to taking care of people and wanting to be a nurse and wanting to help them more and more throughout my life. Never did I know that network marketing would be a part of that journey of helping others in that way with their health, because I was always, punching the time card, coming to work, leaving, and working really hard, and then coming home and taking care of my family, balancing a busy, busy life. And never did I know that I could be doing something that would help people's health. As a nurse, I love that, and it makes me feel, it just fills my heart. And the activation story is something we're going to be telling. uh, just has changed my life, and it has given me hope for people, and for the medical community and for the people's health, so I'm not having to take care of so many sick people in the future. So it's really been a blessing for sure. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. When you and I started this, like I remember sitting at your kitchen counter talking about this. I mean, everything was really geared around the original story, that ABC primetime investigator report that gave us the story of the blue line to life. And that's really where it started. What I would love to know is, from your perspective, from as a healthcare professional, watching LifeVantage continue to innovate and to see where the story has grown since the little yellow pill. I mean, give us your take on these incredible activators, not only how they work, but why they're so important for our health.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. Yeah. So first and foremost, Pro Tandem, the flagship product that started this company, is an activator. It activates your body to do what our bodies were designed to do. And what we know about activation and what we know about our health is there's things that age us, right? There's key reasons that our bodies are aging right now. One of them is oxidative stress. One of them is inflammation. One of them is our gut health, our poor gut health, lack of good absorption of our gut. One is hormone imbalance, and one is lack of production or decreased collagen production. So those are five things that we know are that are help making us age. And the first product that LifeVantage developed was Protandim Nrf2. The product lowers oxidative stress in our body. It takes five natural ingredients and blends them together to turn on a pathway inside of our body. That's activation. Okay. So with that product, it lowers oxidative stress inside your body by 40% in 30 days. And if you look at the ABC primetime picture at the front on the top there, it shows a graph there. The graph that's red shows an 80-year-old aging, like our oxidative stress level goes up as we age, right? So we're getting older and older. It keeps going up and up and up. And the bottom line is our little young self in the 20s where we're just living life, we're doing well. We haven't started aging yet. It's going to happen, but it hasn't started aging. We haven't started aging yet. But what this ABC Primetime video that I watched that Kazi spoke of, it shows John Quinones taking the product and his oxidative stress being lowered in 2 weeks by over 40% in 2 weeks. So that just spoke volumes to me. When I saw that video, I was like, if this is real, I don't know why I didn't think it was real because it was on TV and John Quinones speaks the truth, but I was like, everybody should know about this and everybody should be taking it. And so that's what brought me into LifeVantage because I was like, I have something here that nobody knows about and it helps your health. It's not going to hurt you, harm you. It's going to help your health. So that was the very pioneer product that I fell in love with when I learned about this company. Now we've learned of other ways to decrease aging in our body. Okay, so we if you go to the right, you'll see the MB Enhance. That is a product that activates the production of GLP-1 in our body. GLP-1 is the hormone that helps regulate your hormones. It helps with insulin production and that type of thing. So that product is an activator for wellness in your hormones. The bottom right is the collagen. I love this product. Collagen is everywhere inside of our body. Without collagen, we are mush. Sorry. We are mush. And so this was super exciting when we developed this product because I know there are a lot of collagens out on the market, but again, we are an activation company. So this isn't just taking collagen, this is helping your body make it. It activates our body to make its own collagen. It replenishes our body, so it gives us the actual collagen, and it also helps maintain the breakdown of the collagen inside of our body. So it takes a three-pronged approach, which is one of the best collagens out there on the market. No collagen out there is activating your body like that. And the final one that I want to talk about tonight is our newest product, P84, which is an activator for your gut health. It activates 14 peptides inside your body, which has been great. Everybody knows that the root of all of our health starts in our gut. Like it is the foundation of our health. And if our gut's not healthy, we're not healthy, we don't feel good. And honestly, the sad thing is we all expect as we get older to feel groggy, be more tired, not have be bloated and not feel good and not be able to do the things we are. But that is not the truth. We are developed and we are made to live longer and healthier as long as we can. And these products are what I love because that's what they do. They activate. You take it to make it. You take these products to make your body act like it's young again.
I love that take it to make it because you just say that so I mean just so beautifully on how all of these products work. And I think when I'm 48 and I remember when I was 25 years old thinking, I'm never this is never going to happen to me, that's never happened to me. But it's crazy how as we age, it's a gradual shift. And so many people, because like you, Bridget, you and I both talk to so many people every day that have different questions for us when it comes to their health. A lot of my questions that I get are, weight loss, energy, fitness, those types of things. And it isn't like it's like one day people wake up and they have this aha moment, like, oh my gosh, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And it's all because that gradual shift, the oxidative stress building up, the collagen breaking down, the gut health declining, the hormones starting to get out of whack. And then one day it's like little by little by little by little by little, boom, a problem shows up. And what I love so much about our products is we don't have to hope they're real or hope they work. Like we know they're real, we know they work because we are backed by science. Like, how big of a deal is it that we have this kind of science? Because anybody can get on TikTok and they can say, help me have energy. And there's going to be thousands of things that people are going to be recommending. Influencers all over the world are recommending products every single day for weight loss and energy and joint pain, all of the things. How do you know what we have is real? Because I mean, I love how you said it. Like, you're like, I hoped it was real. I hoped it was going to work. Me too. Like before I knew it, you only know what you know when you see the stuff for the very first time. How big of a deal is this peer-reviewed science that we have?
Yeah, that's that. Thank you, Kazi. Yeah, this is huge. I mean, as a medical professional, you don't want to back something that you don't know is real or you don't know that works. You don't want to just being saying things that aren't the truth. So I love the fact that the products that are studied, and we do our own studies on all of our products, but a lot of the very first product we had for Tandem has 28 peer-reviewed studies on the product. That's not on ingredients. A lot of companies will claim or say that they have studies on an ingredient of the product, but these institutions, Washington State University, the University of I can't think of the other ones right now, but these places have studied this product for us. We haven't had to get fund that or anything. They wanted to study it. They saw the product and they wanted to study it themselves. So the fact that they took their own finances and did that for us is huge because we didn't have to put that cost, but also because they had great results and we have it published now on our single individual product. So I love that our company takes that, and that's a huge thing for our company to do.
It's huge. And there's people like me who when I looked at this for the very first time, like, cool, this looks great, let's go. Then there's people like you that are like, hold on, I really need to make sure this is real. And don't you just love that we have this information for the folks that really need the validation? So first of all, I have to admit, when I heard there was science, I'm like, great, that's awesome. I didn't know how to read it. Like I didn't know what it meant. Then you get people like Bridget, they're like, do you really understand what this means? I'm like, oh man, those 7 patents. Okay, so this is what this patent means. That's what that patent means. And that's what I remember your eyes like lighting up. Like, what do you mean we've got a patent that talks about this and this and this? I'm like, yeah, it's crazy, huh? So no, I love that. But what's also really cool about this company is we are so much more than products. You just saw one of a kind category creating products that do things nothing else in the world can do. We are bringing nutrition, like we're bringing the world of nutrigenomics to life, like activation. We are the activation company. We are the ones leading the charge with activation. And that doesn't just happen overnight because you've got a couple of products. It happens because we have got visionary leadership leading the charge in our corporate office. The man on the screen, his name is Steve Fife. He is our president and our CEO, and he is fire. I mean, Bridget, you and Jeremy have owned companies your entire adult life. Like, how important is it to have a visionary leader leading the charge in your company?
Well, it's super important. If you want to stay where you're at and be the person you want to be and just stay right where you're at, that's fine. But if you want to grow and be recognized and know that you are leading the charge in something, you want a visionary leader like Steve Fife. He has been incredible. He has turned this company around, honestly. The fact that that newest product, we have an acquisition within a company and we acquired that product, P84. The product was fire, and he saw that and he went for it, and he brought them into our business within what, 3 months, I think it was. And that's huge. That's somebody that has vision, that wants to grow this company and make us a household product, house name product, because we not everybody knows about us. Very few people actually know about us. So super excited to have somebody with that much vision and excitement to make us recognized.
And I also love there's like we've got this like the obviously the science and the product component to our company, but we're very financially transparent. I remember the first time I met your husband, he had one question
Mhm.
for me, show me the money. And the fact that we're publicly traded and that I could show him the financials, like that just like lit him up like a Christmas tree. He was so excited because he's a business guy. He wanted to see the financials. He was like me. He's like, "Oh, the science looks great, the product looks great. Show me how we can make some money." So I love that we're financially transparent. We're also very recognized being in major news public, excuse me, being in major news publications like Newsweek and Forbes, other people out there, third party institutions telling our story is huge. And obviously being accredited by our peers, big piece when it comes to the success of a company. Speaking of making the news, Bridget, you are a wellness girl. You know as well as everybody that there's news publications anywhere that can tell stories about anybody. And the fact that Newsweek took our chief marketing officer, Julie Boyster, and our VP of product development, Lisa Barnes, and featured these two on the innovation of activation. Like, this is a really, really big deal. Most of the time, when you look in these major publications, they're talking about pharmaceutical companies and drugs and things like that. How big of a deal is it that LifeVantage is getting this kind of press in these huge magazines and these huge publications?
It's huge. It's huge. And you see the word activated looks different on that page than every other word on that page. It's because activation is why we are different. There are no other companies out there doing what we're doing with activation and formulating products that turn on switches inside of our body to slow down the aging process. That's not happening anywhere but in our company. And thanks to people like Julie Boyster and Lisa Barnes. Lisa Barnes is our chief science officer, and she is just fire. She's smart. She knows what activation is, and she knows how to formulate products. She studies our products. That when I listen to her talk about how our products work in synergy together. So not only do our products alone work and activate our body, but then you put the synergy of those products all together and it happens tenfold. So it activates our body even better with new genes being turned on that weren't turned on with just the individual products. So it brings me super excitement that somebody is recognizing that we have people like that in our company that are basically leading the headway with activation and sharing their knowledge and educating the public so that when we say activation, they're like, oh, I've heard about that. What do you have? Right now people are like, what is activated? What are you talking about? Are you talking about an activated dressing? I had somebody ask me because I'm a wound care nurse. They said, are you talking about an activating dressing? I'm like, no, not actually. But so it's just exciting that that word activation is getting out there. And thanks to these women marketing it and producing it, it's incredible.
Speaking of synergy, one of my favorite product stories is the synergy between our collagen and our Protandim NRF2. Those two products together alone activate over 13,700 genes in our body. So remember, we talked about you grow up and then you grow old. Well, what if you could activate those genes that help you stay young and healthy? And then speaking of like, then you look at this article that's talking about the major shift in the wellness space. Let's talk about a major shift in our product space. You hit it. You hit it just a little bit earlier. This new product P84. I mean, my goodness, our products already work so well together. Let's talk about activating the gut because we know that the gut is like the command center for the entire body. I just want you to take a minute and talk about this product and the significance to activating the gut in the big picture with the synergy of the products.
I'm learning so much more about gut activation. Honestly, as a nurse, I'm the nurse. I do what the doctor says, right? Like, so this company has shown me ways to show people how, without a prescription, how to take care of their health. How exciting is that? So I'm learning along the way and throughout the years I've learned. But P84 has been a game changer, you guys. I mean, it's incredible. So again, activation is our story, and it activates 14 gut peptides. When I was listening to a podcast on the product, and they studied the product, they were hoping it activated like 5 or 6 or 7, and they activated 14 gut peptides in our body. And these peptides do different things. Some of them regulate, some of them repair, some of them restore the health of our gut, but they're all required to have the healthy gut to make our body work to its potential, right? So I'm super excited. And look at these numbers, increasing them by 100%, 1,000%. These these peptides inside of our body, that's just unheard of. Like, I don't hear pharmaceuticals studying products that are able to do this, right? Okay. They're natural products. And the other exciting part of it was, everybody is told to take a probiotic when you get on an antibiotic and all these different things. Well, this P84 has that in it. It's got a prebiotic, it's got a postbiotic, it's got a probiotic, it's got all three plus more. The 84 stands for 84 ingredients in the product. So they put those 84 products together synergistically together, and what it did was activated these 14 peptides, which is super exciting. And the stories that we are hearing about what it's doing, what it's done for me, like I never thought I had gut issues. Honestly, I thought I'm do well, I sleep okay, and blah blah blah. Well, my sleep is deep, and I'm remembering some dreams I'm having, and I wake up. I mean, I wake up before my alarm, and I wake up early, so that's crazy. But I feel good. I'm waking up because I feel like I'm ready to wake up, right? Because I've slept so well. I never realized how much bloating I had, so I'm feeling less bloating, and the energy is crazy. I can't explain that, but it's just a constant all day focus and energy that I have, knowing that my gut's healthy, and just your regularity is good too. I don't like to talk about that. We always talk about that, but it is good. I mean, you just feel like you're healthier when you're taking this product, and you notice it within the first, week of taking this product, which is super, super exciting for me and for people that are taking the product. And the stories that we're hearing are even further beyond what I'm experiencing with my health.
I love that. I mean, I always tell people I've got three goals with everybody I talk to. I want to help people feel good, look good, and have energy to live. And that's what our products do. We are helping people. We're helping people show up different, live with confidence, live with more energy, live healthier. And who doesn't want that? I mean, I don't know anybody showing like the signing up for the get older faster, get sick sooner plan. Nobody wants that. And I always tell people we are in way more control than we even understand by putting the right combination of the right things in our body. God wants us to feel good. He wants us to have energy and he wants our bodies to work. So speaking of the results, Bridget, I'm so excited for you to share some of these stories because it's one thing to look at the clinical results. It's one thing to look at the scientific research. Let's talk about real people that have real stories getting real results. Let's talk about what's going on the screen.
Yeah. I love pictures, speak a thousand words. You really don't have to say much, but I can show you and to explain to you what these people are experiences, and look at the smiles on their faces. I mean, when you look good, you feel good, right? I mean, and when you feel good, you're happy, right? So look on the far left, we've got our friend, and she look at her transformation in 2 years. Look at the smile on her face. Look at the bloating has gone away. Look at how good and confident she feels. She was on the GLP-1 product, and she had great results. In the bottom middle, same thing. We've got some great results. Look at how happy she is. She looks a lot different, right? She's happy because she's confident. She feels good. And in the top, this is probably one of my favorites. This is a little in an 11-day an infant that they were having some skin irritation, and the mom was started taking our new P84. And 11 days after, the baby his skin started looking better because she's nursing him, and she's got a better health, so the baby's got better health. So when you think about taking these products, not just for you, look at what it's done for her child, and how uncomfortable that baby probably was with the little rash on his belly, and now look at his skin being all smooth and smooth. I love that. I absolutely love that. Top right, look at this gal's face. I mean, she's a little bit looks bloated a little bit, and look at how smooth her skin looks now, and she's just less bloated, right? I mean, and how much better do you feel when you're not feeling bull, like after eating a meal or whatever, you feel that way, and she just looks way more raving than she did before. On my one of my favorites, because I'm a skin nurse, I take care of wounds, but this one's a closed wound. But look at how fast this gal healed. Like this is how many days after was that, Kazi?
60 days. That's the day she came home from the
Six
hospital and 60 days later.
60 days post-op. Look at how her skin looks, and look at how approximated and how smooth that scar is already adhered down, and it's probably going to be not very visible like most big scars would be on some people. So very exciting. And when you see those results, it just makes me happy to share these products with other people.
And what always gets me thinking, like we just see the outside. I mean, think about what's happening on the inside, what's happening at the cellular level with the cells, the tissues, the organs, the systems, because we know that you don't have a healthy body unless you've got healthy cells. And it just excites me to know that there's so many great things going on behind the scenes that activation is doing to help each one of these individuals live better. And Bridget, I know you could probably tell us 1,000 stories right now because we've personally seen so many lives change as a result of taking the product. Sometimes it's one, sometimes it's five. Like as far as how many products
Mhm.
people are taking, each one of our products standalone is awesome. They do so many incredible things, but when you put them together, they work even better. So
Absolutely.
speaking of the people, I know one of your favorite things about our company is our science advisory board, that the group of medical professionals that volunteer their time to be advocates for the healthcare professionals like yourself. Bridget gets invited to the top secret science, they're not top secret, but it's an invite only medical event that they have twice a year that Bridget gets an invitation to go to that and gets to listen and learn from these individuals. And this is just a great example of how incredible our community is. The people here make this company different. So, Bridget, do you want to just speak to the people a little bit? You can talk about the board, you can talk about your experience. I mean, you and Jeremy have built a giant team over your through your time at LifeVantage. And I would love for you just to talk about, just some of the things that the community has meant for you guys and your family.
Yeah, no, this is the science advisory board is a huge deal for me. And I'm gonna go back a little bit in time. So I've always had some type of entrepreneurship in my background, and I sold jewelry. So is that crazy? Like I'm a nurse and I sold jewelry, but when I was introduced to a product, I was like, as a healthcare professional, you have to have confidence that you're giving somebody something that's going to make them healthy and not harm them, right? So that's my due diligence as a nurse to do that for people. So the fact that we're backed by the Science Advisory Board and they are healthcare professionals, they're actively working in their own clinics in hospitals, doing surgeries. So we've got a very wide range of medical professionals from dietary to chiropractors to surgeons, veterinarians in our practices that believe in our product and back our product. So when I get invited to those meetings at our events, it just builds my confidence in this even more because it's hard to go talk about something when people had the same feeling that I did when I started. I'm like, I don't know, this is just one of those things. But when I can speak to activation and more people are understanding what activation is, there it's going to be way easier to talk about, right? And you're going to be way more confident in telling people about it. So the fact that they build my confidence in being able to share this, and then I bring that back to my team so that they have the confidence to share that is huge. And they're just wonderful people. They just want to help. They're kind of like us. They're like, I never thought I'd be doing something like this, but when I saw the science, when I saw the studies, I couldn't say no, and I couldn't deny what these products did. So very big on building my belief. And the community is everything, right? Like, look at us goofballs. We have so much fun in this. We're all like-minded people wanting the same things. We want to spend more. You hate to talk about the money part of it, but honestly, it helps, right? We all need money. We all have bills. And so when you're doing this with a group of people that are having fun with you, it makes it not seem like work, but you have an income. And I had a different mindset. My husband's always had a business mindset. I've always had you go to work, you punch a clock, you make money. The harder you work, the more or the longer you work in time, the more money you make per hour, right? So be at work longer, right? He was not. He was like the harder you work, the shorter time you compact your time and you make, you're more productive with your time so you can spend time with those that you love. So I love the fact that my husband and I have two totally different views because we merge together and it makes a beautiful, beautiful business for us both to back each other up on that.
So where Bridget and I are different is I love the money. I love talking about the business because it was the business I was searching for. And I'm so grateful that we have got people that love all the pieces of this company because there's a place for everybody. And that's what's really beautiful about this industry. And evolve. Evolve is our compensation plan, how we take this to the world. And I think that Bridget, I know for you that it's never been about the money, but I will ask you this question when you got to that point in time when your girls got to a point where they needed mom home more, how amazing was it that you could step away from your nursing career, come home and be a full-time mom, but yet still help people because you've always been driven off the servant piece of this business. And how cool is it that you can be a servant leader, you can be a full-time mom, and you can help a whole lot of people. Oh, and by the way, we're going to pay you to do that. Like, how awesome is that?
Yeah, never dreamed that possible. Honestly, I never. the day that I talked to Cassie and said, I'm going to, quit my job, I actually went PRN just as needed. Because I still wanted to be a part of the medical community, but I wanted to be there with my kids. They were busy. I knew that this was a crucial time in their life and I wanted to be there for them. So I got to be home with them for 8 years of their life. And then I got to say, and then I got to, on my terms, go back to work part-time, and do what I love to do as well. So you can balance this. You can do both. And I love that about network marketing. You can fit it into anywhere in your life. It's just a beautiful thing. So I'm ever so grateful for you giving me the confidence, honestly, to say, what do you think about not working? I'm like, okay, I can do it. So I put that date out there and I did it, and I enjoyed the next 8 to 9 years with my kiddos. And now they're doing their own thing kind of, and I'm able to go back to work in a little bit and enjoy this as well.
And you're my full-time telehealth. I mean, I'm just going to be honest, Bridget. Bridget provides telehealth for so many people. So what a cool thing that she can do all the things that she loves and all the things that she's good at and help so many people. And so speaking of the money and helping people, we are helping a lot of people with this business. Now, depending on the person, depending on the situation, depending on the background, everybody comes to this for something a little bit different. When I started, I was looking for $500 a month. Remember, I had just come off a layoff, just started in a new position in the company that I was working for that laid me off. And I thought to myself, if I could make $500 a month, that would be enough to put into a separate savings account and not touch it. So at the end of the year, if something happened, if the rug was pulled out from under me, if I lost my job, I would have $6,000 in an account that I could use to pay bills. Or if we didn't need it for anything emergency, I was going to take my kids on a great vacation. That was my mindset when I started, was just enough where it was worth my time. But then something really crazy happened. I started to understand the power in numbers, the power of helping people, realizing the power in the stories. And so, wherever you are, whatever you want, there's something for everybody. Maybe you're someone that's looking to just get your products paid for. There's a lot of people that join this company, they want to make a couple extra $100 so they can buy the products and have it not hit their regular budget. There's other people that come in and say, you know what? I want to be home with my kids. I want to have a retirement plan. I want to make big time money. Wherever you fall, we've got a spot for you because we've got amazing opportunities. We've got lots of different ways that we get paid. I mean, Bridget, how cool is this that we get paid level commissions? Like we get to do the work one time and we get to do, I call it telehealth because we spend so much time on the phone talking to people about what are your problems, what solutions are you looking for, and here's where we can help, and just simply identifying problems. Real people have real problems, and we've got real solutions to those problems. When you help enough people with the solutions, not only are we going to pay you to talk to people about products and help people get started on products. But as you build a team, there's opportunities to make some big money through level commissions, through the leadership match, the leadership pool. This is really where there's a benefit to helping a lot of people. And like I said, Bridget is a absolute servant leader, and she would, knowing you, Bridget, now your husband would arm wrestle me for this, but you'd give away every cent you make in LifeVantage and you would still do the work because I know that you love people so much. But it's great to know there's different ways that we can get paid in this business. And the last thing I want to talk about here is as a looking at our products right now, this is truly like personalized healthcare. I mean, how much is this going to be a game changer for the future of medicine? Because again, I know you love what you do. I know you love the community you work with at the hospital. You love the community you work with in LifeVantage. But how do you see activation changing the game because healthcare is changing so much?
No, absolutely. So everybody knows that COVID changed health. I mean, there was a big turn in healthcare when COVID hit. People realized at that time that they had to be healthy. If you weren't healthy, you were going to have the potential to get sick was a lot bigger, right? So people are now way more focused on their health than they've ever been. So now is the perfect time to be sharing the best way to optimize people's health is with these products that are activating our body. So I love the fact that I don't need to write a prescription for this. I love that I can share this with everybody. Every mammal can take aspartame and they're going to have lower oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days in every mantle. We studied that. That's what it's proven to do. So the fact that we have products that helps everybody is just a game changer for me. And it's just we need more people out there telling the activation story. That's the honest truth. Not everybody knows about it. Like I said, people don't understand it when I say it. So I want people to, when you say activation, them to know, and they're like, yeah, where do I get products that do that? Right. And so with the help of more people, the more we share this with others, we can get this into the hands of more people to have a healthier world in a broad spectrum, you know.
Right. I mean, obviously the whole name of the game here is to help people get what they want. And it's crazy when when you get aligned with what you want and you get on a mission and you understand what you want, where you're going, why you're going, who you're going to help, things can move very, very quickly. And so what I love, I will tell you, I know I keep saying I love this because I just absolutely love you and adore you. But one of my favorite things about this journey with you is watching the leader that you are growing into every single day. And I love this quote. There's a future version of you telling the most incredible story about how all of this came together. Keep going. I mean, can you even believe it? Like when you look in the mirror, like the personal growth journey you've been on over the course of the last 12 years, like, isn't it so fun to think about that right now?
Honestly, you know, in my time, and I'm just going to say, in my time that I had to be with my children, I was able to focus more on myself, honestly. My health, my wellness journey, I was able to exercise, and thanks to Kazi, she was the one that encouraged me all that. My faith has grown so much more just because I had that time to devote to devotions every day and doing more for my church and just I have that all Life Vantage to thank for that. Like it gave me that time, and now those are habits. I'm busy. I was busy then too, but I was able to put that in where in the nooks and crannies of my life. I'm busier now, I would say, but they're habits now. And so I've formed habits now that I can't live without. I can't live without my devotions every day. I can't live without exercising 5 days a week. It's just created a better version of myself. And that's what I want for everybody. I want all moms to feel that way. I want all moms to be satisfied and think that they did everything they could for their families and themselves. So it's just been a beautiful journey that I'm ever so grateful for.
I love that. Any advice for anybody on the fence right now? I know we've got people that are checking this out for the very first time, maybe some people that have been here a few times. I mean, any advice for those folks right now?
Be like Jeremy and never say no. Say yes every time. Every time. Just open your eyes and open your to the opportunity and know that everybody can do this. Like it doesn't you don't have to have a certain background to do this. We have all walks of life in this business. And just believe in yourself and take that chance. Who knows? You never know what's going to happen. So don't just take that chance and believe in yourself.
I love that. And just in closing tonight, Bridget, you are just an absolute gem. I thank you so much. You are a true entrepreneur. I love that you've got the most amazing work ethic. You've got a burning desire to help people, and then you take that and you join that with Jeremy and all the things that he's great at. You two make such a great team and a great partnership, and you've been an absolute blessing for Life Vantage and so many people. For those of you right now, if you're looking to change your story, this is something that my mentor taught me a long time ago. You must position yourself in front of a growth curve, not in the middle, not at the end, but at the inception, and then realize the window of opportunity is always closing. So work like there is no tomorrow. You guys, thank you so much for being here today. It's been an absolute blessing and an absolute honor to share with you. Get back to the person who invited you to be here and let's go activate the world. Mwah. God bless you and have a great rest of your night.